Hi there, it's Lori, and my story is I was over half an hour late to my own live, and like a big deal live that I kept advertising, and I freaked everybody out because if I'm late for a live, I always tell you that I'm going to be late for lives. So sorry for anybody that had worries. But yes, my neighbor, she watches consistently on Sunday nights, so yeah, she can come check on me. And just a reminder, I do have two teenage daughters in the house. They didn't know I was going to go live, so it's not their. I just set my alarm wrong. I think I set it for 7:30 a.m. and I needed it to be 7:30 p.m. So that's what happened. But I'm going to talk about the lives, and then I am going to talk about yarn management. So my time management is pay attention to AM versus PM if you're in the United States. If you use international time, doesn't do that nonsense. And 7 p.m. 7:30 p.m. would not be listed that way. It would be listed as, I'm so sorry, 1930. And I wouldn't have had the problem. All right. I don't need to rant about that and how the metric system's better. But yes, I live in the United States and I am aware. All right. The metric system's better. Anyway. Yarn management. Let me tell you, because I've really been focusing on using my stash. So let me talk about all the stash I have used just in making this. Okay, this yellow yarn was stash. This blue yarn was stash from the beginning of last year, or maybe even at the December of the year before, so 2024. This green yarn was a lovely cotton blend from J Paradise. This white sparkle yarn, I might have had that yarn since I was a teenager. And I'm not kidding. Despite me claiming to be 29, I might be 29 with lots of years of experience. I might have had that yarn that long. So my Antarctica yarn is. And then that's mixed with the green up here. So this is all stash yarn. I have not purchased any of this yarn in 2026. I understand that's not saying much. And yes, I did purchase some yarn by accident. That's a whole different story. I forgot to say in there, I knew what 10% off was. I was trying to check if the 10% off was going to be enough to cover shipping. And that's where the mistake happened. But anyway, I will be able to make lots of queen size blankets for the Stitcherhood. All right, so this is the front of the bag. Now, how else did I use stash yarn? I have not made the back panel, and I have not made the strap. The strap is going to go along the whole edge here and come out and around. The reason I'm doing it that way is to reinforce that and make it a little sturdier. Also using yarn from my stash. I got this in a mystery box November 2024, I think. And the other side, the back side of this, okay, this is not going to be the back side, the back panel. This I'm going to talk about too. The back panel is some yarn like this, but in blue tones, blues and tans. So the tan, I was kind of color controlling, which I normally just don't. But the sides, I thought would be like the beach. The sides and the bottom would be like the beach, and then the back side will be blues, shades of blue. And then the strap will be this because I thought kind of like a sunrise. So all previously owned, some gifted, but yarn that I did not purchase in 2026, certainly. And most of it, I think, was purchased in 2024 or gifted to me, like the green. The yellow, I might have gotten at the Joann because it's 100% cotton. I'm not sure. Joann bankruptcy, Joann closing stores. Okay, moment of silence for Joann. All right. Okay, this, however, I wanted a pocket. So this I turned into a pocket and I lined it because I figured if the green showed through, it would be no big deal. Tomorrow you'll get to see me actually sew. I'm not great at sewing. This corner is okay. This corner I kind of botched, but it's okay. It's okay. This fleece, I believe, was in a 5-yard pack. This was gifted to me from another yarn, Shannon. So I'm using this. I'm trying to use what I have. And I was like, oh, that would be much easier. I tried crocheting. I tried Tunisian crochet. I tried all kinds of things. I was like, this is taking too long and too much yarn. So that's why we went with the fleece. And it's nice because it's fully solid. I may do some things. Maybe I'll put an additional pocket like out here. I don't know. I haven't decided. I got to see how wide it is, really, like in actual function, because I know it's 12 stitches wide. It's 2 sets of 6. That's a long story why I did it that way, but it's beautiful and I love it. But I'm giving it away. You can win this on my Friday video. This is Tunisian. You can learn about it on Tuesday. Anyway, but this Friday, the January 30th in the US, will be a video. And there will be words that you type in the comments if you want to win things. Unlike the replay words and the comment words, you have until February 15th. If you won something during the live streams Saturday or Sunday, which I showed up late to, then I need to hear from you by February. Let me look at the calendar. I think it's 8th, but let me make sure. February 8th. So before I open my emails on February 9th in the US. Okay. That's an extra day for those of you that are in the future from me. All my lovely Aussie friends. Remember, each giveaway, the 2 live streams and the one, anything that says celebrate has things you can win. Each of them have replay or comment words that are for anyone in the world. Okay. And I've made some exceptions for a couple little things. For people, international people that were in the lives, I made some exceptions and found a workaround, thanks to Live Fantastical Michelle. Journals are one of the things you can win. Anyway, all of that. So my yarn management is using yarn I have. Okay, I still have to organize the heck out of it. But I have caked up. Oh, good, I've got it caked up. Ugh. I had to double this up to do the land. Otherwise, the stitch wasn't showing because the yellow was, because it's 100% cotton, it was like staying thicker. This is, I think it was a cotton blend. I kept it somewhere. I have the ball band. Can't claim that yet. Here we go. This is what the back is. It's this one. So I will color control and try to just do the blues and whites for the most part because I got the tan around the edge. So I have this to use. I might start with the tan at the bottom, actually, and then work my way up to this. And then, like I said, I'll color control a little bit. The yellow, I balled up. I actually did that around my fingers. I did not kick that. This one was actually on my yarn winder, which, by the way, Sunday night, replay word, you could win a yarn winder. I was hoping to claim this one, but no. Nope. Couldn't do it. Didn't finish it. That's my white sparkle yarn. For the So Magical Michelle, Live Fantastical. Oh, and I was using this Tunisian hook and putting that foam on it, so it was more comfortable. Obviously, when you're doing Tunisian, you can't do that, but I was using it another way. Oh, there's some more. So I have some caking up of scraps to do. So I have a lot of yarn management. I tie that off and then add it back to the green. I'll get it worked out. But I will have a lot of yarn management to handle when I'm done. So, again, this bag will not be perfect. but it is fantastic. If I do say so myself, I am giving it away. So watch that Friday video. And this pocket makes it a very nice bag, and you'll still have more room past that, beyond that, and these edges will be doubled up with the handle. So I'm going to make basically a big circle with this, and I'll tell you a little more that I figured out or learned or just went, oh, about the stacked. I did stacked, or sorry, linked. I did linked six high. Anyway, but I wanted to use the same size hook, so that's why I used the Tunisian hook as a regular hook, because I can't, like, I can deal with it with the Tunisian with the decently large hooks, but anyway. Okay, use your stash if you can. I have a lot of, I'll wait till it's all the way done, then I'll deal with my yarn management. I have this little scrap. I might make pockets out of this. I just haven't decided. I'm gonna make, I don't know. I'll make the inside of the bag pretty awesome and useful is what I will do. Anyway, all of that. I should have done this first. I got a surprise gift from Ladybird Loves Hadija. It very much goes with what I just showed. I have a thing for maps and globes and things like that. And she was going through her stitch markers and like doing her Etsy listings, and she found this stitch marker and this stitch marker. These are one of a kind, so it's not like you can order these. I'm sorry. But she saw them and she sent them to me, and that means so much to me, because it's like, it's a small thing, but that's a big deal to me, that something that made you think of me that she sent to me. So I love it. The globe, and then the world, the earth. I love it. I love them so much. They're already my favorites. I haven't used them yet, but they're my favorites because I needed to show them to you all. But she has very interesting, lovely. You know what? I'm gonna actually link her Etsy shop on my live so people can check it out. But anyway, lovely stitch markers. But she does jewelry and all kinds of stuff too. Okay, so life management. I need to set my alarms and pay attention. Yarn management. Kind of feel like I'm losing. I'm not, because I am using my stash, but I feel like I'm not keeping up on my scraps like I was hoping to. I haven't claimed more ball bands, but I guess, I mean, it is January 26th, and I've claimed entirely used 4, and one of them is large, 4 ball bands. So anyway, all right. I really appreciate you all, and I mean that. I mean that so much. I loved meeting some newer faces, or seeing some people in the chat I haven't seen in the chat before, like Mama Riz and Lacey Lavender. I think I've seen you in other chats. Anyway, if you see this, I don't know. Also, Yarn Management Monday is inspired by Crafting Kitty Erin. Crafting with a K. Kitty with just a Y, not an IE. Okay? She'll be linked below as well. She inspires me, and I love her channel. Please go subscribe, check her out. Ladybird Loves, same thing. Hadija, go check her out. Not only go look in her Etsy shop and heart her Etsy shop at a minimum, and then also subscribe to her YouTube channel and watch a couple things. All right, hugs to you all. Sorry, did it out of order. I appreciate you coming in. Thanks for coming in. That's what I'm supposed to say. All right, can I get an amen? Hugs to you all. Whatever kind of hug you need, like this, or something to wrap around, or a side hug for Chuck. See you all later. Bye.